legislation, that area.
I want to ask you, though, about what led us to this point, because as you pointed out, the assault weapons ban expired in 2004. You were President Obama's chief of staff. And in 2009, according to Danny Kleidman's book, Killer Capture, you were furious with Attorney General Holder, who held a press conference in February of 2009 saying that the Obama administration was going to reinstitute, push the assault weapons ban, and that you went and said to the chief of staff, sent word to Justice that Holder needed to shut up on guns.
First of all, it's a book. Let me say this. Nora, President Obama always stood for getting this done, number one. Number two, I passed the Brady bill, the assault weapon ban. It is very, very important that we do that. The fact is, in 2009, the president and the entire government was very clear, as this Attorney General knows, in getting all the president's legislation done and working with Congress to do that.
But I want you to explain that, because were you worried about the political backlash of taking on and pushing for the assault weapons ban? Why didn't Obama do that?
No, because, well, first of all, the president's record is very, very clear on this. It's clear when he was a state senator. It was clear when he was also a U.S. senator. It was clear as also as president. And he was dealing, as you well know, with a myriad of issues, and he was pushing very hard and making sure also that we had the funding to do everything we needed to do in the Justice Department.
But the Brady campaign, I mean, the first year, gave Obama an F.
Yeah, well,
an F, you know? And I mean, there was a report in the New York Times on Sunday that after the Aurora shooting that the Justice Department, I know you weren't at the White House then, but that the Justice Department went to the White House with ways to expand the background check system in order to reduce the risk of guns falling in the hands of mentally ill people. And there was a decision made not to go that far. What I guess I'm trying to ask is not assign blame, but politically, how hard is it to take on the NRA?
Well, look, first of all, having fought to pass the Brady bill and the assault weapon ban, the last time you really had gun control, it is very hard. But that's why what you have to focus on is criminal access and the type of guns, and make it a law enforcement issue. When I worked for President Clinton, we had all the police chiefs in D.C., and that's why also I think now the proximity to the vote is very, very important. And I think it's essential to have a vote of conscience, put it up. People know this, what happened here, number one. Number two is it has to be about the type of criminal access to the type of gun, which is why you showed earlier the type of gun, because I think when people see that, it's clear that gun is not for the streets, it's not for sports, it's really a gun of war.
I don't understand why people who did not have the political will to go forward don't simply acknowledge it and say, I've come around, as some have, including the president. No, the president did not do all that he could, and you know it, and I think I suspect he knows it. But the more important thing is it now time to stand up to the NRA and to say to them, as Mayor Bloomberg has said, you are full of, we have the courage to take him on down.
Well, first of all,
full of myth is what he said.
I understand that. There is no doubt you have an event that's changed everybody's attitude. You just saw that there. And
you
people,
think